Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tirra here to bring you a word of inspiration on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. And, I always say, we need to know who we are. Do you know the truth of who you are? What is your true identity? And are you operating from there? Are you a master of yourself? Are you the master of your world? I don't know if you remember, but I have talked about tools or keys to self-mastery. And they include awareness, faith, ritual, and devotion. So, you've got to use these keys to get to the point where you are the master of your universe. That's why I do what I do, to share what I know, because I desire for people to be happy. What is true happiness? I would like to propose that true happiness is operating from a place of peace that is centered deep, 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 deep down in the center of the essence that is you. People who are at peace tend to be people who are pretty doggone happy. Are you peaceful? Where are you going to find your true source of happiness? Is it fleeting? Is your happiness based on what you have? Can you lose your happiness if you lose a certain thing or aspect or person in your life? Or can you be peaceful in the midst of a storm? Can you be peaceful when everything around you seems to be crumbling? This week, one of the energies that have spoken, this is from the Metu Neta Oracle, is Ma'at. Ma'at says you must live truth. And what I say is people who know the truth are people who are at peace. Because when you live and know truth, the world operates like science. You're called to be a spiritual scientist this week, and to learn and apply universal laws in your life. And again, it all goes back to self-mastery. When you know the truth of who and what you are. Okay, let's start there. Ma'at is saying this week, you need to know truth. First and foremost, truth is not fact, although they're related. So, let's just go with the mundane aspect of truth. Tell the truth. Don't lie this week, okay? Just like last week, we were told, take responsibility for your life. There's no need to lie. Tell the truth. Because, the truth will set you free. If it happened, just say it happened. And sometimes it's not all the time easy to do that. But I tell you what, not telling the facts will eat you up. I remember we had a cat that I had to get rid of this cat. And I didn't even really give my children the full story behind the cat leaving our home. My husband didn't like the cat too much. For 2 years, me, my husband, and this cat. Let's just say I was a stressed out sister. Anyway, I had trouble telling my children the truth about this little kitten. Well, he wasn't that much of a kitten by the time he left. But eventually it started eating me up. And so I had to tell my kids really what happened. The truth behind me saying, we gotta get this cat some other place. I can't deal with this cat. So the truth, I have found out you don't tell the facts. This is just mundane stuff. But it is related to our character. And that's something that we talk about regularly too. Do we have good character? Good character will not allow you to lie. And if you do lie, it won't allow you to feel good about that lie. And it shouldn't. When we're doing things we shouldn't do, we have that part of ourselves that says, come on, we are supposed to be operating in a particular place. So this is a week where we are supposed to tell the truth even when it hurts. But going on the higher spiritual plane, it is very important for us to know the laws of the universe and live according to them. But we have to transcend limitations. Transcendence is important this week. You have to learn to move beyond. Just keep moving yourself beyond, beyond, beyond any perceived limitations. Sometimes you have to transcend a certain way of thinking. Sometimes you have to transcend a certain way of being. Sometimes you have to transcend a certain way of, a certain perspective, a certain attitude. It's very, very important for us to transcend. The more transcendent you are, the more you put yourself in a place where you can understand what universal laws are and live according to those. We were not supposed to come here and struggle. Now, we shouldn't struggle all the time. Let me say it that way. You know, a good struggle is good for the soul. I tell my kids, if mama gives you a hard time, sometimes it's to help you get tough in your spirit. We don't want to be weak in our spirit. We want to be tough. So a good struggle, it'll help you become a better person. It'll help you grow and evolve in your mind, in your spirit, in your emotions. We want that, okay? But we shouldn't struggle all the time, especially if the struggle is coming from us having the lie in us, and that's what we're living according to, the lie. And so I just want to encourage you this week to make a decision to pick a law, a universal law that you know is true, because you've applied it. If you don't, pick one that you hear people talking about a lot. So for instance, I remember when the movie The Secret first came out, everyone was talking about the law of attraction. And so in understanding the law, now first of all, you got to understand it. You know, we're vibration. It goes back to self-realization. Do you know who you are? We are vibrations. We are energy. And so whatever you're attuned to, whatever vibration you're attuned to, that is what you will attract. That's what the law of attraction states. A lot of people say this, but they don't really know how to live it. They have not yet been able to apply it in a conscious manner so that they get specific results. Because make no mistake about it, the law of attraction is working whether we're consciously using it or not. But my challenge to you this week is to take a law such as the law of attraction, even if you have never used it in a way that is very intentional, and seek to see, can I experience myself as a vibration? Okay, well, I'll choose to feel happy. And in my happy state, I'm imagining make it something small if you want. You know, attract something to you, a person or a situation. And you feel it, you feel it, you feel it in your entire vibration. You are already experiencing it. You don't have to see it on the physical to know it's true. And see, does it work? Again, this is a week for us to be spiritual scientists. No more are we going to act like we are powerless people. We are not powerless people. We are powerful beyond measure. But you will be limited in your power if that's how you choose to operate. That's why transcendence is so important. Okay, so you feel like you're backed into a wall this week. See if you can transcend that situation. And it starts in consciousness first, because that's what we are. We are consciousness, we are energy, we are vibrations. And so the work that we must do is on the inside. We must start on the inside. This is a week also where, and what the oracle is saying with my eye speaking in the negative, is that this is going to be a week where it may be challenging for us to tell the truth, to live truth, to be spiritual scientists, to be able to transcend so that we can overcome. Transcend to overcome, y'all. Come on, live truth to overcome. Be a spiritual scientist. You know what you have. Is it working for you? If you know what you have is not working for you, then you got to take a chance. You got to take a leap of faith. That's something else that my says. Have faith. You have to have faith that whatever direction you move in, whatever new direction you move in, that you are going to be okay. And a lot of times what happens is you just have to take that step. And even if times get rough, you have to have a vision. That's another thing that my aunt says. You must have a vision. Like the Bible says, without a vision, the people will perish, because where are you headed with no vision? You'll just go anywhere. I pulled a card from the Mayan Oracle this week. I do use the Mayan Oracle. And the energy that spoke from the Mayan Oracle is Manique. And Manique says you have to finish what you start. And that a lot of times people are not finishing what they start. They don't get to their vision because they're distracted. And in my own life, this week I said, okay, Ochozi is from Ifa, from the Yoruba tradition out of Nigeria. I said, Ochozi, I see why I feel led to work with you. Because Ochozi's implement is an arrow. Ochozi is represented in the arrow. So like if you want to do some yoga, you want to do that archer position. Anyway, I said, I get so distracted. I need to stay on the straight and narrow. Okay? You get distracted, guess what? You're not going to finish anything. So it's very, very important to have a vision. Know where you're going. Okay? And then when you take that leap of faith, headed towards that vision, you're not going to turn back, because that vision is so important to you. And so you will just continue to move forward. How's this? You know that what you have is putting you in the place of a slow death. Don't kill your own self. Don't suicide. No suicide. If you know where you are is not working, you have to take a chance. And I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. That you have to wait to take it for the perfect moment where you feel like you know you're going to be successful. Sometimes death is so imminent and the loss is so great that you just have to go on ahead and jump, because it's sort of like, what do I have to lose? I've made those kinds of decisions. And what happens is when you do it once and then you do it twice, you start realizing, well, I may not be in a good position, but at least I'm not in the same position. At least I'm trying to move some other place. You just keep shooting. You just keep going. But the vision is what's leading, guiding, directing. The vision is liberation. The vision is freedom from the lie. The vision is living the truth of who and what you are, which is limitless, which is boundless. Okay? That's the ultimate vision. Get free. And you just keep going for it and going for it. Eventually, you're going to hit a home run. Eventually, you are going to bullseye. Okay? The other thing that you have to remember is your unique gifts and talents this week. I remember sitting and thinking to myself, why am I sitting here worried about problems when I have all these gifts? If I got a problem, I need to go through my little Rolodex of gifts and see which one I need to use to get myself out of this situation. Okay? So it's important for you to realize that you have unique gifts and talents within you. If you have implements and tools that you use, I think that's great. I carry stones and I wear beads, spiritual beads. I do all kinds of neat little things. I have all kinds of implements. But I know the true power is not in the implement. The true power is within me. The implement is a way for me to tap. It's almost like a key. I use it to open the gifts, the power within me. The power is not in the implement. When I do an oracle reading, what the oracle does is it opens up what I'm being told to tell you, what I'm being told to tell anyone who requests a reading from me. Yes, I have learned spiritual truths through studying the Metu Neter, through studying the Mayan Oracle, through studying works by other people. But after a while, I had to realize that the true wisdom comes from within me. The true oracle is me, not the cards. The cards are a gateway, and you're being told this week, from the Mind Oracle perspective, that there is a gateway that you can step through this week. Look for the gateway. I want you to start getting transcendent in the way you think about your reality. Just because you can't see certain things doesn't mean they're not there. You have to look at the opportunities that stand before you as gateways. Gateways to freedom, gateways to new opportunities, gateways to whatever that thing is that you have said that you desire in your life. You have to look for the gateways, because the gateways don't always just light up with these little pretty lights going all around and this little opening and you can just walk through. Sometimes the gateway looks very mundane, but if you walk through that gateway, when you walk through that, when you're looking at like, man, what is this? Why did this person show up? Why did I get this flyer to go to this particular place? What is going, where did this come from all of a sudden? It's a gateway. Maybe your gateway is opening for you to leave from where you are. Sometimes the gateway is because we're headed in a particular direction. Sometimes the gateway is because we need to leave. We need to get up out of there. Okay, some of you need to leave where you are and walk through that gateway called the door. That's mundane, I know. I'm trying to see if my husband's home. Anyway, let's see, what else do I have for you? But walk through the gateway, because for some of you, there will be very spiritual opportunities that come up this week that will provide a gateway for you to experience a level of initiation. We don't have to necessarily go through a formal process to initiate. Life is initiation. Okay? Just telling you, it is. And so some of you this week will have initiatory situations happen where you die and become someone new this week. But you have to allow the wisdom of the universe. There's a vibrational thing that we've had going on for several weeks now, where you can hear, you can sense where you can hear and sense things without being told. It's all psychic. It's all energetic. And so you have to listen to that wisdom. You have to hear that quiet whisper in your ear that will give you guidance and direction in all areas, especially regarding this gateway, these gateway opportunities. Sometimes it's an opportunity of a lifetime. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. If you need to figure out really what it is you need to do, then consult a pendulum. Those are easy to use. If you don't know how to use a pendulum, just let me know. Send me a message and I'll tell you. It's easy. Or you can consult your own oracle system. You can go to oracles in your life and divine to ask, what, should I follow this opportunity? Is this really a gateway, or am I tricking myself? Because we do trick ourselves. But this is a week for you to take a chance on yourself, to be bigger than what you normally are. And again, I say, what do you have to lose by doing so? Now, we are in the waning moon cycle. So this is a time to let things go, or to look at what are your blockages so that you can stop ending up on the short end of the stick. Every time I go for this thing, I don't get it. I'm telling you, if anyone knows that, it's me. Okay. I told myself today, stop sabotaging yourself. Okay? No more self-sabotage. We have to stop sabotaging ourselves. And so this is a week, or this is a time in the moon cycle where we can begin to look at what's blocking us so that we can let it go and we can just take off and soar. This year, one of the energies that are speaking is Sekert. And one of the things that's very important for us to do is to chant. Chant for change. find the chant that works for you. You can use one from your spiritual system. You can just look, if you look up mantra, M-A-N-T-R-A, if you look up mantra, whatever you need it for, you will find a mantra, a word of power, that will assist you in getting what you desire. It works. Like I said, we are vibration, and one of the ways of experiencing ourselves is through sound vibration. If you think about it, the universe was birthed through a vibration of sound. So that's important. Using sound. Yes, sometimes we look sort of like we're woo woo wah wah, but maybe we should be the norm and showing the world how to act. Okay? Go do some ohms. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you chant it. It doesn't matter what the language is. Chant for change. This year, why are we going to settle in our lives? I say stop settling. We're not settling anymore. We're going to have faith. And I forgot to go into forgiveness. This is a week to forgive. This is a week to forgive. This is a week to forgive. Do you want to get free? Forgive. A true power tool is forgiveness. You start forgiving people, you will get so free. They will have zero power over you. And the more you step into forgiveness, it's showing that the more you're stepping into a deeper relationship with yourself. And one woman was saying, well, if I forgive, but I'm still hanging around people, being nice to them, and they still keep treating me badly. Okay, well, guess what? You probably need to not hang out with these people. Even if they're your family, you can have boundaries. And you can love people from afar. We don't want to be, not so smart and let people abuse us. We love ourselves too much, okay? When you know the truth of who you and what you are, you don't let nobody mess with you, okay? We can forgive, though, because that's messing with me. Lack of forgiveness, that's messing with me. And I remember one time I was so mad at someone. I was just like almost to the verge, or to the point where I was like, I hate this person. And that's not me. I never really get that mad at people. But it was such a blessing, because in being mad and having to work through it, because I began to become determined that I wasn't going to be angry with this person anymore, I began to learn so much about myself. So a lot of times when we're forgiving, it really has less to do with that person and more to do with us and how we can grow ourselves. Now, sometimes it's stuff from childhood. Grown folks did you wrong. Okay, now I'm just telling you, grown folks, we are wrong sometimes with our children. You can still forgive and get free. But if it's, sometimes we get upset with our friends or our spouse or our children or, co-workers, stuff like that. I think that it's more about us when things like that happen. It's more about my stuff. For me to let somebody make me mad, I have learned it is not about them. It's about me. And I need to check myself, get myself right, because no one can make me mad. I put myself in that position. And once I pull myself out of that position, guess what? I'm free. I've done it too many times to know. We'll get another truth. Using forgiveness, it's liberating. I know that to be true. Okay, so that's our reading for this week. This is May 20th through like the 25th or something like that. So I hope this wisdom assists you on your path to self-realization, self-mastery in your week. Even if it's just one thing I've said, assist you with having a better week, then that will just make my day. And I just wish you just all the blessings that are yours, that you open yourself up to receive them. They're just there waiting for you, and I'm so excited, and I look forward to you telling me all these great things that have happened to you this week. Let's give thanks right now. Woo! We're partying. Woo! We are partying because you are getting there. You're getting all your blessings. Just all this abundance is just in your world. All right? So thank you again, and I will see you in the next video. If you don't mind, please share this video with someone who you think would benefit from what I've shared. Take care. Love y'all. Peace.